Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bugga and I am coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. I know I normally start on my uh, this screen. I have no idea what to call it. But not today. So of course we've already pre-selected our trailer. I've got no big news to report today at all. Nothing big's happened. I don't have to weed eat today as the yard is caught up for the moment. Although, admittedly, if I had a flamethrower, I'd go out there and burn everything down as much as possible. Keep it that way, so that I never have to went out there and weed eat again. But on the other hand, I don't mind weed eating all that much once I get going. Once I get going, I actually kind of enjoy it until I start getting really, really sore, which admittedly can take upwards of an hour and a half. I have my earphones in, listening to music, working away. It's not all that bad. Plus, it's exercise, which you can't argue against. When you're trying to lose weight, even though you may be having problems controlling what you're eating as well as you'd like. So, despite how depressing it might be that we are only towing a box trailer, it's still not terrible. I mean, as many mods as there are in the Jazzy Cat trailer mods that I have, the military, the standard trailer mod, and the train mod, this is actually just very realistic. That I would get more box trailers than anything else because, well, most of the cargo out there hauled is in trailers like this. You're not actually going to be towing a train or tank or some giant other like windmill piece or something every time you hook up a trailer. So it's more realistic, I suppose. Oh, and this will be 2 days after that one where I tried to turn the trailer around, and I said I should have enough traction, and didn't. Well, Mr. Famous Last Words, yes, I read your comment, although I forget your YouTube name, forgive me. I did have enough traction. I got out of there, it just took longer than I thought it would. And beat up the trailer a little bit, but I got out. Yeah, famous last words. You got me on that one, dude. You got me on that one. I suppose we can file that one right behind, what was that? The typical saying here, hold my beer. Famous last words you hear of a lot. It's mostly associated, of course, with rednecks. The last thing you'll ever hear a redneck say sometimes is, hold my beer. But, whatever. I still made it. So there. It does feel good not to need to go out to weed eat, just because now my body can relax a little bit. I have been having issues with getting up. Well, not getting up, basically just still being sore the next day after I weed eat. My arm in particular, my right elbow, just because there's still something wrong with it. My right elbow, my knees, my back, they're always a bit sore after, I think I go this way. Aha! After I'm done, even the next day. So now I've got some time to I got some time to recover and let my body rest a little bit before I go back out there and do it all over again. And as I also said, it does help that the neighbor did weed eat the down area, the downs, what the hell do I call it? The downside yard, whatever the hell. I can't even think of it anymore right now, but it did help that he did a very large portion of that, and that allowed me to not be out there doing that area today and tomorrow. Because that area usually takes me 2 days. Unless I'm having a bad day, then it can take me easily as many as, you know, it can easily take me 3 days to complete that area. You know, never in my wildest dreams did I think at my weight, my condition, and things I've been doing that I'd be keeping a yard mowed by using a simple weed eater. But here I am. It takes me around a week to do it, but I do it. I suppose that's something to be proud of. I gotta clean my monitor off. All kind of smudge marks on it. I can clearly see them. I usually just wipe it down with a dry paper towel, and that actually really helps most of the issues. This is that really tight on-off ramp, so we want to be careful here. Almost didn't see the arrow. I almost went the wrong way. Wow, this is like the worst ramp I've ever seen. Wow, that was fucked up. First you get that ultra tight hairpin corner coming off. And then you get that ridiculous little island in the road, giving you, you know, where it has to mark what side you go on. That's also a bit tight. Then that's followed up immediately by a rotary or roundabout, whatever you want to call it. Was not fun. Yeah, going past me, see how long it takes me to catch back up to you. Right now, I almost feel like that truck in Duel. Catch this motherfucker. Except there's rotaries and hard corners and all kinds of stupid shit in my way. Not to mention, this is not helping my fuel economy having to do this. Look at this. We got a rotary followed by a hairpin followed by a left corner. This will be fun. I don't know why I kept trying to go straight. Tink. You didn't need that sign, did you? Or that one? I don't know why, and that's why I fucked up that corner as badly as I did, as I started to go straight. Wow, man, I am just not see. Well, you know, I am gonna say a small part of the issue right now is I have a bit of glare on my TV. I can actually pretty clearly see myself looking at myself while I play. It's because of where the sun is right now. So, anyone who knows when you have glare on your monitor, and you're playing in the dark scenes or stuff, it actually gets a little bit more difficult to see. That's still not quite a really good excuse for what just happened, but it is true, and I actually had trouble marking where that corner was. Having high beams, of course, helps because it illuminates so much more. I don't know if we're going to get up to much cruising speed. It depends on how this corner goes, I guess. And I can abuse it a little bit if I want to. Take it wider. No, I can't. Was not expecting a bus to be there. Not at this time. Not at this time. No, it's just after midnight. It's midnight 30. Ah, man. I just drive in the dark because I keep forgetting what freaking I see the bus. Okay, we're clear. Oh, and Mr. Famous Last Words, you can comment on, yeah, that was famous last words again. Yeah, I can abuse that corner a little bit by taking it wide. Bus, maybe not. Taking me a little bit longer than I would think it would to get to the ferry. I'll say that much. God, stop! Stop doing that. Oh, this is steep. Steep, but no trouble. This is like one of the nastiest routes I've ever taken in Pro Mods, bar none. Wow, these roads are just ridiculous. Hey, who the hell built this shit? Mr. Magoo? Hello, tree. I'll give it credit here. It's actually really cute. Definitely giving me that old village cropped up into a more modern city feel. Okay, it's flashing. All right. I thought it was changing. Terrible corner. Yeah, as long as I don't hit anyone, it's not that bad. Sorry. Big itch up by my temple. I had to make sure he was going to turn. This is not the easiest ferry to reach, I will say this much. So I'm purposely taking that corner poorly. That one I just took outright. I was like, I'm just gonna roll the corner. Okay. Let's make our little towers plus. Pardon me. Need a little bit of my crystal light. Yes, I drink crystal light. The hell's all the skid marks here? Somebody doing some burnouts off the ferry? Ah, I remembered! No, I didn't. It was just the fact that the bus was already sitting here on this side of the road that reminded me that I'm supposed to turn with my driver's side into the sidewalk. So yeah, I didn't actually remember to make that corner. Sorry. Dude. Go. Dude, there's nothing coming. Go! Hopefully we're out of that for a while. Alright, what we drove plus what we have left. I mean, I might be able to cover that distance depending on if there's enough highway driving and not so much back road country driving. But considering what I'm looking at right now, I am going to turn this into a two-parter for sure. And I am going to do that by only driving till there's about 650 kilometers left. And then once that's done, I'm going to rest, and then I'll drive the other 600, 650, maybe even 700 on the next video. I know I'm quiet today. It's just I'm not 100% sure what to talk about is all. Dude, you stop to let me go and then you... I mean, really? What a jackass. And there's some stuff I honestly want to talk about. I'm just not sure if I should talk about it. Not that I'm embarrassed or ashamed by it, but it's just a subject a lot of people probably wouldn't want to hear about. And I don't, and I don't want to talk about things that maybe will bother people or upset people or disturb people. To a certain degree, I mean, no matter what you talk about, you run that risk. And I do talk about some controversial things like gun control and freedom of speech and all that, more political. But, when talking about something that's more personal life based, it gets a little bit more touchy. And again, I'm not worried about what people will say about me or trolls or anything like that. I'm 42. I've been through hell and back multiple times, including the recent loss of my wife. Come at me, bro. You ain't got nothing life hasn't already done to me. Alright? But for those people out that, are subscribed to me for the entertainment, for what I talk about, things I do, and whatnot, I don't want to offend you. And I don't want you to feel like you have to unsubscribe because I'm going to talk about, wacky stuff, or maybe stuff you don't like or whatever. That's just not how I want to work. Yeah. Don't know how to explain it beyond that. Excuse me while I blow by your ass towing 22 tons. Uphill. Cut me off. But, also there's not a whole lot that I can talk about in terms of other things. I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't watch a lot of news. I mostly read about stuff either from Reddit or from news site. I'm not above going to using MSN, this Microsoft Network homepage for news. It's not a horrible thing. It really isn't. It's not a bad website for seeing news reports. So again, I just don't have a lot of other experiences to talk about other than Second Life. And in Second Life, of course, I have furry avatars. I don't have human avatars. I am strictly furry avatars. And so that's what I'd be speaking about. And not to mention, I don't play your what you would think I would normally play as an avatar. I've mentioned earlier what my personas typically identify as, and even now, if I'm to be fair, I don't identify as that. I have no idea what my puppy's attacking. She's attacking something. I remember. This time I did remember. Awesome. But I gotta take them out anyways when I'm done here. You see, my dogs usually wake me up around 7 o'clock in the morning to go out. And so I take them out 7, but I don't keep them out very long. Only about 5 minutes or so, if even that much. I don't know what's up with this dude. He's pissing me off. And then they wake me up again between 9:30 and 10:30 usually, because they need to go outside again. And so I take them out, and again I don't keep them out very long. Again, maybe 5 minutes at most, and I bring them back in so I can have breakfast and, you know, get ready for the day. And then I'll take them out again, you know, even if they get me up at 10 o'clock, around 11, 11:30. And then I'll take them for a walk around the yard finally, let them stretch their legs and all that. So it's, you know, pretty much time for me to bring them back and take them back out. And I am not in 13th gear. Huh, no wonder that was sounding a little bit higher than no, it's kind of amazing the file size differences you can get when you record. When I record and it's daylight like this, I'll get between about 1.09 and 1.3, even 1.4 gigabytes, gigabyte size file. And then when I record at night, if it's dark out, I'll get a file size of 500 megs, you know, half the size. This is very stupid because of the amount of traffic that's been coming, and the fact that I'm hitting a corner. A sharp corner at that. And no, those weren't famous last words. That was prediction. And my prediction almost came true. I got lucky there. Again, for me, it's one of those things. I really hate breaking my momentum once I get it going. Although, did it matter? No. Not really. I ended up breaking my momentum anyways. Yeah, but anyways, as I was saying, you know, that's what my main thing is now. Second Life. I actually want to try and be a DJ on Second Life, and I know I've mentioned that, but I've become lazy about getting my songs. I have about 400 songs. I need at least 300 more before I can become a full DJ. Before I can even think about becoming a DJ is what I should say. And then I gotta start practicing more and mixing music, coming up with sets. Maybe letting the auto DJ work or something. You know, I've got some work to do. I've got a lot of work to do, a lot of reading to do on the program that I have. It's going to take me time, sadly. Something that happened, something interesting that happened, is I actually did not get my payment from BBTV, the guys that is there anyone behind me? Not at the moment. And if I don't hurry this up, there will be. Made it! I made it. No, the things that you see me do now like that are nothing They are nothing compared to the things I used to do. Okay, and some of you that have seen my old videos know exactly what I'm talking about. When I would miss an off-ramp or something, I'd turn around and drive in the breakdown lane against traffic to fix that problem. I did some really bad stuff, so things I do now, nothing compared to what I used to do. You can just continue going here. Yeah, true to life on that maneuver. Not bad. Took that corner fairly well. You know, but some things I will talk about is you know, Second Life, definitely the economy that goes on around there. And the different ways that you can make money is, as I've mentioned before, you know, you can do things like DJing, like I just said, or you can build and create things. You can get into real estate. And there's all kinds of things you can get into, including, and not, you know, definitely not limited to, and very much including escorting, being a call girl or call boy, for that matter. And there's usually these big events that can take place. They're supposed to be very rare in happening, but as luck would have it, 3 of the events are happening at once. And in the furry community, they're called tail sales. Now, some of you may be able to figure out what that means right off the bat. And if you did, great. If not, I will explain. The average tail sale is an auction. And they can be done one of 2 ways. They can be done live auction, where people are there, where people all gather in an area at once, and they basically place bids. Or you can have the long-term tail sale, at which point you have auction boards, and you walk up to the boards and you look at what's on the boards and you go, basically. And keeping in mind I need to use my analog, not my digital speedometer here. The speed limit is 50. But yeah, you can use auction boards. You look at the board. You can click on the board and it'll give you what's known as a note card. Now, a note card is a card that has information on it, and it'll have the information about what you're bidding on. And I really shouldn't, because I'm probably going to catch up to that car really easily. Yeah, but the note card will have information on what you're bidding on. And then you can choose to pay the board. And when you pay the board, it places that bid on the board. If somebody outbids you, you know, kind of like many things. It takes the money from your bid immediately, like, you know, kind of like World of Warcraft auction house. It takes the money for your bid immediately, but if you get outbid, then the money gets refunded to you with a notice that you've been outbid. And then you can go back and decide if you want to bid higher on that. That's basically the 2 ways a tail sale is done. Now, what do you bid on in a tail sale? Well, very common, very easy stuff. You can bid on, you know, you can offer the services of artwork. You know, you can draw something for somebody. building, you can build something. Creating, you can create an AV for somebody, you know, a unique AV that only that person will have. Um, and of course, you can also sell, well, exactly like it says, your tail. Yeah, you can sell your services as an escort, or, you know, of that. I'm about to get a ticket because I got lucky. You know, and some people, some of you may cringe at that, like, oh my god, you know, no, it's cyber, as it's known as, you know, the art of intimate interaction through text, to put it a little bit more politically correct, has been around as long as you've been able, as long as the internet has been able to get online. All right, my first experiences of it go all the way back to America Online 1.5. It's always been there. It always will be there. It's just another way of experiencing. And I regret nothing, and I tell no lies. That I don't know why I'm building up to 100 whatever kilometers per hour, but I was. But I am in all 3 tail sales, and I am selling my avatar's tail. Because I cannot draw, I do not know how to create, I cannot build, or anything like that. So, c'est la vie. I gotta let this guy pass me because I need to get over here. Little tired. Yeah, little tired. I probably should be calling this run now, honestly. I'll go down to at least 750. Because I believe we've covered a bit of distance with that first one. That first little bit before the ferry. So. Sorry, I don't know why. I'm also feeling a little tired right now. Just from that yawn that I had, that's when it hit me. Right at that yawn. I've been feeling fine, and I had that one yawn, and now suddenly I'm like, fuck, I like go back to sleep. It's really strange. I wonder if it's my medication affecting me. Because I took my medication about a half hour ago, so it might be having effect now. For those of you that may not know, I take metformin, a very low dose, which is a diabetic medication. You know, I am battling being diabetic. I'm at that stage still where if I lose enough weight, my body will balance itself out and I won't need the medication. I've been lucky in terms of being diabetic, or I should say not being diabetic. I have spent a very large portion of my life not just overweight. Aww. And I was doing so good. But I spent a very large portion of my life not just being overweight, but being very overweight. You know, I mostly stayed around the 250, 260 range for a while, and then for another long while I was between 305 and 325, managed to stay there for a while. And I moved here to Hawaii and got into eating large portions of rice along with potatoes and things like vinayas and whatnot. And that kind of skyrocketed my weight out of control. And the next thing I knew, I was 400 pounds, 420, 30, 40, 50, all the way up to 480 plus pounds. And at that size, being diabetic is a very big concern for anybody that way. It doesn't matter who you are. Well, for 15 years, I had no issues with my sugar, no issues with my blood pressure, no issues with any of my health. But that has changed, and my sugar has started showing signs of being unstable. So that's why I'm on the metformin, and that's one of the many reasons now that I am trying to drop weight and I actually want to be healthy. That doesn't mean that I'm having a great success at it, but compared to how I used to be, I am doing much better. I do feel healthier. I do have a greater range of movement. I don't become as sore as quickly when doing things, so things are better. I just don't know where they stand, and because I'm too stupid to not mix up my doctor's appointments, I don't know exactly where I stand right now, which is a little bit bothersome for me. But it could be my medicine is making me tired because my blood sugar may actually be low. But considering also what I just ate, which was not my normal healthy breakfast, um, I also don't see how it could be low. So I'm not exactly sure why I'm tired, but I'm tired nonetheless. I'm gonna start watching for a rest spot, and then once we come across another rest spot, provided my mind remembers, we are going to stop there and call this episode. Loan installment. Well, we just made 16,000. Now we're losing 10, so we're still at a 6,000 profit, thanks to our driver. It was Emmanuel, I think. Yeah, got me the 16,000, so that's really good. I don't know why I've got the song "Big Booty" going through my head right now, and not because I have the song either. Lip Sync Battles. One of the songs that was sung was "Big Booty." Big booty, got a big booty, shake that big, you know that song. And the girl that was lip syncing was doing really good. She was killing it. She's one of those rare lip syncers that was dancing with the dancers. So she was really doing good. She really nailed the song. She lip synced it perfectly. Even in the harder section, the midsection where the guy comes in and starts rapping quickly, she not only kept up with him rapping, but she managed to put body movements to his words. Like at one point he said "not fair" in part of his rap, and she like put her hand in her hand up to her mouth, her like fist, and bit down on her first finger. And here's our rest point, and she just was killing it. And towards the end of her lip sync, she walked to the back entrance door to the stage. And should I get? Yeah, you know what? I should just get fuel here. And when she walked up to the back entrance to the stage, she turned around, started walking forward, and the door opened in the back, and the smoke came billowing out. And walking out of the smoke came probably the most famous booty of all, as I'm concerned. And that's the booty that started everything about, you know, the big round bubble butt booty being on a thinner woman, and that was J-Lo. Yeah. I mean, when your booty is so famous that you actually get like a plastic surgery procedure named after you, yeah, give me a J-Lo booty. You got a famous booty. Uh, so J-Lo came walking out and then just posed at the end. That was it. That's all. She walked out, posed. That was her whole thing. And she even laughed about it and said about it. She said, "Man, I just say she's out here killing it. And all I had to do was come out here, walk, and go boop boop, and that was it." It was just, I have that scene replaying over and over and over in my head, and I don't know why. Anyways, folks, that's going to be me done for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've been enjoying bringing it to you. Next time we'll finish this up, repair the truck up, and then hopefully we'll have an interesting and maybe even a heavy trailer. I mean, we have a new goal to shoot for. We've seen a 135-ton trailer. Our heaviest trailer so far is 82. It was 82 tons or maybe 86 tons. I can never remember, but it was definitely over 80 tons. I gotta vacuum my floor as well. Probably when I come in from walking my dogs, and then I'll sit for about 5 minutes, and then I'll pick everything up and vacuum this floor. So, getting off track again. As I was saying, that's me done for this episode, folks. Hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've been enjoying bringing it to you. Until next time, this will be One Big Bugga. I am going to be signing out.